Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of a small but mighty coin, the 1978 1-cent Lincoln Liberty penny from the United States. You might have a few lying around in your old change jar or maybe tucked away in a dusty drawer. But what if I told you that this humble penny, this little copper coin from 1978, could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent? That's right, some 1978 Lincoln pennies have been sold for $135, $500, and even more, depending on their condition and rarity. So, get ready because in this video, we're going to break down the history, the unique features, the rare errors, and of course, the current market value of this coin. Don't blink, you might just discover a hidden treasure right in your pocket. Section 1: The history of the 1978 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock back to 1978. The year was full of historical moments. NASA launched its first space shuttle test flights. The very first Garfield comic strip appeared in newspapers. And the world of coin collecting quietly welcomed another year of the Lincoln cent, the 1-cent coin that had already been in production for nearly 7 decades. First introduced in 1909. To celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features that iconic side portrait of Lincoln, a symbol of integrity and leadership. The reverse, during this era, still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which replaced the original wheat ears back in 1959. By 1978, the Lincoln penny was well into its memorial reverse era with millions upon millions minted each year. But even with high mintages, not all pennies are created equal. Some are normal, some are rare, and some, well, they're worth a small fortune today. Section 2: Mintage and composition. Let's talk numbers. In 1978, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln penny at 2 locations: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, over 5.5 billion coins struck; Denver Mint, with a D mint mark, over 4.2 billion coins struck combined. That's nearly 10 billion pennies, which makes this one of the most common issues in Lincoln cent history. But here's the twist: common coins can become valuable under the right circumstances. The 1978 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams, and it has a diameter of 19 millimeters. And remember, this copper coins have an intrinsic melt value due to the price of copper. Even the metal alone makes these older pre-1982 pennies more desirable. Section 3: Why are some 1978 pennies valuable? So now you're asking, if there are billions of these coins, why are some worth hundreds of dollars? Great question. It all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break it down. Point 1. Mint state condition. MS-65 and above coins that have never been in circulation, have no wear, and retain their original mint luster are called mint state coins. A 1978 Lincoln penny graded MS-65 red can easily sell for $20 to $50, and higher grades like MS-67 can go for $100 to $300 or more at auction. Point 2. Full red coloration. Copper coins tone over time, often turning brown. But coins that retain their original red color, known as full red coins, are especially prized by collectors. A 1978 D Lincoln penny in MS-67 red has been auctioned for over $500, believe it or not. Point 3. Double die errors. This is where things get exciting. Some 1978 Lincoln cents show doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. These are called double die obverse DDO coins. Although not as common as in 1955 or 1969, if you find one of these error coins, it could be worth $150 to $1,000 or more depending on the strength of the doubling and its condition. Point 4. Off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, and BIE errors. Error collectors love oddities, and 1978 has its fair share. Off-center strikes that are still readable can sell for $50 to $250. Die cracks or cuds across Lincoln's face, or the reverse, can fetch $25 to $100. The famous BIE error, a small die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, can bring in around $10 to $30 depending on clarity. Section 4: How to spot a valuable 1978 penny in your collection. Here's what you should look for when going through your 1978 pennies. Step 1. Check the date. Make sure it reads 1978 with either no mint mark Philadelphia or a small d Denver. Step 2. Examine Liberty and I in God we trust for doubling. Step 3. Use a magnifying glass to check for die breaks or cracks. Step 4. Weigh the coin. It should weigh around 3.11 grams. Step 5. Look at the color, is it a bright red? That's a good sign. Step 6. Compare to auction sites. See what similar coins have sold for. You can find these coins in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or even in old family coin jars. Don't underestimate that coin you almost gave to the cashier, it might just be hiding a small fortune. Section 5. Market value and auction sales. Let's talk dollars and cents, or rather, dollars and hundreds of cents. Here are a few real sales to give you an idea. 1978 Lincoln Penny MS67 red sold $4.384197. Lincoln Penny MS67 plus red sold for $5,001,978. Double die obverse DDO sold for $2,501,978. Off center strike sold for $1.35. Even uncirculated rolls of 1978 Lincoln cents can go for $5 to $15 or more, especially if stored in mint condition. And remember, the value of copper alone is increasing, meaning the melt value of older pennies is climbing. That gives even average condition coins more long-term potential. Section 6 Collector Tips. So, what's the takeaway? That small copper penny from 1978 might just be worth a second look. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep your eyes peeled for bright red luster, high-grade condition, unusual errors, or doubling, and of course, coins that have been well preserved over the decades. These pennies are a tangible piece of American history, representing not just monetary value but a legacy that dates back to Abraham Lincoln, a century of design evolution, and the excitement of numismatic discovery. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into coin values, hidden gems in your change, and how to turn pocket money into real treasure. Drop a comment below if you've found a 1978 Lincoln penny. We'd love to hear your stories and help you assess its potential value. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. Great coin collectors and treasure hunters! In today's video, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious, talked about, and potentially most valuable pennies in U.S. history, the 1982 1-cent Lincoln Liberty penny. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that's probably been sitting in your change jar, hiding in your drawer, or maybe jingling around in your pocket, could be worth thousands of dollars today, possibly even up to $133,500. That's right. A single 1982 penny could change your life. Stick around, because we're going to uncover everything you need to know: the rare varieties, the hidden value, how to identify the valuable ones, and why this coin is turning heads in the collector's market right now. So grab your pennies and let's get started. Part 1. The backstory: why 1982 was a big year for pennies. Let's rewind time to the year 1982. Ronald Reagan was president, the economy was in flux, and something very significant happened to the humble penny. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a monumental decision. They changed the composition of the Lincoln cent for the first time since 1962. For years, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but rising copper prices meant it was costing more to make a penny than the coin was worth. So, mid-year, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper alternative: 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with just a thin copper plating. But here's where it gets interesting. Both copper and zinc versions were produced in 1982, and not just that, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. Some are common, some are rare, and one variety is so rare, it has fetched over $18,000 at auction, and some rumors and private sales claim even higher values, up to $133,500. Part 2. The 1982 penny varieties. What you'll look for. Here's where your attention to detail pays off. Let's break down the 7 varieties of the 1982 penny. 1. 1982 large date copper. 2. 1982 small date copper. 3. 1982 large date zinc. 4. 1982 small date zinc. 5. 1982D large date copper. 6. 1982D small date zinc. 7. The ultra rare one, 1982D small date copper. That last one, It's the holy grail of 1982 pennies. Officially, the U.S. Mint said they did not produce any small-date copper pennies at the Denver Mint, yet a few have surfaced, verified and authenticated, shaking up the entire coin-collecting world. In fact, one example sold for $18,000, and experts believe its value could go much, much higher, even as high as $100,000 or more, depending on condition, demand, and collector interest. Private sales have seen this coin rumored at over $133,500. Part 3. How to identify if you have a rare 1982 PNNY. So how do you tell if your 1982 penny is worth big bucks? First, check the date. Does it have a D mint mark below the date? Next, examine the date style. Is it a large date or a small date? Here's how to tell. In the small date, the 8 is level with the 2 and 1 and the tops of the numbers are all in line. In the large date, the 8 sits slightly higher and looks thicker. The 2 in the large date has a more rounded bottom. Now check the weight. Use a digital scale that measures in grams. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. So, if you have a 1982 D small date that weighs 3.11 grams, you might just be holding one of the rarest pennies in existence. Part 4. The market value. What are 1982 pennies selling for now? Now let's talk about money. The current market value of 1982 pennies. Common copper or zinc 1982 pennies in circulated condition are worth 1 to 3 cents, but uncirculated examples can fetch $1 to $5. A 1982 small date zinc penny in perfect condition can go up to $20 to $100. A 1982 small date copper Philadelphia in top grade has sold for over $1,000. The rare 1982 D small date copper penny verified by PCGS has auctioned for $18,000, and experts believe the next one to hit the market could easily surpass $25,000 or more. Some estimate the true market could push beyond $100,000, especially for coins in mint-state grades like MS-65 or higher. And again, private collectors have rumored purchases at values as high as $133,500, especially for pristine, untouched examples with high demand. Part 5. How to sell your rare penny. Turn coins into cash. So you've found a potential goldmine in your pocket. What now? First, get it weighed. Then, compare it under a magnifier or microscope for the small date details. If you think you've got the rare one, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce value. Submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Once graded, you can sell it through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or Stack's Bowers. You can also list it on eBay, but make sure it's authenticated first. Serious buyers want proof. Part 6. Your penny could be your treasure. So there you have it. The 1982 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny isn't just pocket change, it's a symbol of hidden treasure in plain sight. From a common coin to a collector's dream, this little penny has it all: mystery, rarity, and massive value potential. Who knows, you might be holding one of the rarest coins in U.S. history without even realizing it. Take a look through your coin jar, go through your drawers, search your old piggy banks. That 1982 penny could be your ticket to thousands, even six figures in value. Let me know in the comments if you've got any 1982 pennies, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories just like this one. Hit that bell so you never miss a video, because the next coin we talk about could be even more valuable. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, could this old penny be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, what if I told you that a simple 1983 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny from the United States, something you might easily overlook, could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? That's right. This tiny coin, struck over 40 years ago, might just be your ticket to discovering a hidden treasure. So don't blink, don't scroll, and definitely don't toss out that old change just yet, because today we're diving deep into the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Penny, a coin with a story that will surprise even experienced collectors. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has gone through several design and composition changes. But the year 1983, That was a special moment in time for this humble coin. Why? Because the year before, in 1982, the United States Mint made a critical change to the penny's composition. Due to rising copper prices, the mint stopped making pennies out of 95% copper and instead started making them from zinc with a thin copper coating, a huge cost-saving move. So, by 1983, all regular pennies were supposed to be made of zinc. But here's the twist. Some 1983 pennies were struck on leftover copper planchets, a huge mistake, and this is where the real value begins to shine. Normally, a zinc 1983 penny weighs about 2.5 grams, while the rare copper version weighs around 3.1 grams. That may not sound like a big difference, but to coin collectors, that's everything. Because if you find a 1983 penny that weighs 3.1 grams, chances are you might be holding a very rare minting error, known as a 1983 copper penny or transitional error penny. These coins have sold for amazing prices at auction. We're talking $10,000, $15,000, even over $18,000 depending on condition, mint mark, and authenticity. Yes, you heard that right, a 1-cent coin potentially worth tens of thousands of dollars. So how do you know if your 1983 penny is valuable? First, flip it over and check the reverse side. The design features the Lincoln Memorial, with the word United States of America and E pluribus unum just above it. The word 1 cent is at the bottom. On the obverse side, you'll see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the word liberty to the left, and the date 1983 to the right. Some may have a small D mint mark under the year, indicating they were minted in Denver, while others have no mint mark, meaning they were minted in Philadelphia. Now comes the key step. Weigh your coin. If your 1983 penny weighs 3.1 grams, you might just have a rare copper version. But remember, you need a precise digital scale that can measure in grams to get an accurate reading. If your coin weighs 2.5 grams, it's likely the standard zinc version. Still collectible, but not the high-value rarity. But wait, there's more. Even among the standard 1983 pennies, there are varieties and errors that can fetch serious cash. One of the most famous is the 1983 double die reverse penny, often referred to by collectors as the DDR.I. In this rare variety, the reverse lettering appears doubled, especially in the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent. These doubling errors are the result of a misalignment during the die creation process. If you have one of these, and it's in great condition, collectors are willing to pay anywhere from $150 to $500 or more. And if it's in mint state condition or graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, values can skyrocket. Now let's talk about market trends. As of now, in 2025, the collector market for rare and error coins is booming. With inflation, rising interest in precious metals, and a growing number of people investing in collectibles, rare coins like the 1983 Lincoln cent are in high demand. Common circulated 1983 pennies, if they are standard zinc, are typically worth face value. But in uncirculated condition, they can sell for 13 cents to $1.50 or more, depending on quality. Higher grade 1983D or 1983 no mint mark coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can be worth $5 to $25 or more. But if you find that 1 in a million coin, a copper version, or a strong double die, you could be looking at hundreds, thousands, or more. So what should you do if you find a potentially valuable 1983 Lincoln penny? Step 1, weigh it to check if it's copper. Step 2, examine it under magnification for doubling on the reverse. Step 3, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can destroy their value. Step 4, get it authenticated. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation for official verification. Step 5, store it safely. Use coin flips, capsules, or holders to protect it from wear and corrosion. And finally, Step 6, decide whether to keep or sell. If you're a collector, congratulations, you've found a crown jewel. If you're looking to sell, you can do so through auction houses, eBay, or coin dealers. The next time you're digging through a jar of pennies, remember this point: one small, shiny 1983 penny could hold a giant story, and possibly a giant value. The world of coins is full of hidden gems, and your change might just be one of them. So keep your eyes open, your scale ready, and your curiosity alive. Because in the world of numismatics, even a 1-cent coin can change your life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss another coin treasure video. Until next time, happy collecting! Dears, coin lovers and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel. Now, we are diving deep into the world of American coin collecting and unlocking the fascinating story behind a small copper coin that might be hiding in your pocket or coin jar right now, the 1995 D. Lincoln 1-cent Liberty penny. Yes, you heard that right. This humble penny minted in Denver could be worth way more than just 1 cent. In fact, certain rare versions of this coin have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. So stay tuned, because in this video we're going to break down the entire history, uncover the rarest versions, highlight the most valuable era coins, and show you how much your 1995 D. Lincoln penny could actually be worth in today's market. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of this one. Section 1. The historic roots of the Lincoln penny. Let's go back in time. The Lincoln Cent series started in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it marked a turning point in American coin design. Victor David Brenner, the designer of the original Lincoln penny, created a design that would go on to become one of the most iconic and longest-running coin series in the world. Fast forward to 1995. By this time, the Lincoln Memorial design had been in use since 1959, replacing the wheat ears on the reverse side. The obverse still featured Lincoln's bust facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the date to the right. And beneath the date on the 1995 D version a small D mint mark, indicating it was minted at the Denver Mint. Section 2. Why the 1995 D penny matters to COLECTORS. Now you might be wondering, what makes the 1995 D Lincoln penny so special? After all, millions were produced. In fact, over 7 billion were struck that year. But here's the catch: not all 1995 D pennies are created equal. While most of these coins are only worth face value, certain rare errors, high-grade uncirculated versions, and coins with strong strike features can fetch big bucks in the coin collector's market. And let's not forget the 1995 series also gained fame for a major error in the Philadelphia Mint, the famous 1995 double-die obverse penny. While that one didn't appear on the Denver minted coin, collectors started paying closer attention to all 1995 pennies, leading to a surge of interest even in the Denver series. Section 3. Era coins that are worth AFORTUNE. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Era coins from 1995 D can be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for. Let's explore some of the most valuable and interesting errors reported. Coins that are off-center by 5 to 90% can bring in anywhere from $10 to over $150, depending on the severity of the error and the visibility of the date. Some 1995 D pennies show visible cracks in the die, resulting in raised lines across the coin. These so-called cuds or retained cut errors can boost a coin's value dramatically. These are coins that were struck on an incomplete planchet, often missing a chunk. Some clipped planchet 1995 D cents have sold for over $100 online. This error occurs when grease or debris blocks parts of the die, leaving weak or missing details on the coin's surface. These oddities catch collector interest fast. Section 4. Current market value. Is your coin worth $100 or more? So what's the market saying right now about the 1995 D Lincoln penny? While circulated coins generally go for just a few cents over face value, uncirculated and high-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 and above, can fetch much higher prices. Let's break it down. Circulated condition, typically worth 1 to 5 cents unless an error is present. Uncirculated MS60 to MS63, worth around $1 to $5. High-grade MS65 and above, coins graded MS65 can sell for between $10 and $25, depending on luster and strike quality. Top-tier MS67 red coins. These are the holy grail. Auction records show prices ranging from $100 to over $500. Error coins and rare varieties. Depending on the error, these can range from $50 to over $500. A dramatic off-center strike with a full visible date, for example, could sell for over $150. A high-grade example with a clipped planchet or retained die break might sell for as much as $300. Some exceptional sales have even reported rare specimens being valued at over $1,285, particularly in unique error combinations or certified mint state condition. If your 1995 D penny has one of these rare traits, you could be sitting on a coin that's worth a small treasure. Section 5. How to spot value in your coin *. So, how do you know if your coin is worth more than 1 cent? Here are a few quick tips. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, especially in the word Liberty or the date. Check for off-center strikes or missing details. Look for unusual shapes or clipped edges. Check the luster and wear. A shiny, minty coin with no scratches is always worth more. Consider getting your coin professionally graded if it appears uncirculated or unique. Section 6. Where to sell and trade your 1995 D PNNY. If you found a 1995 D Lincoln penny you believe is valuable, the next step is turning that coin into cash. Here's where to go. Auction platforms like eBay, Great Collections, and Heritage Auctions, coin dealers and local coin shops, online collector forums and Facebook groups, coin shows and coin clubs. Just remember, if your coin is rare or in pristine condition, always get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC before you sell. A certification can dramatically increase your final sale price. Section 7. The power of PNNIS. In conclusion, the 1995 D 1 cent Liberty Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. It's a coin with historical significance, massive production numbers, fascinating error possibilities, and surprising value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started in the world of coin collecting, this is one penny you should keep an eye on. So check your jars, dig through your drawers, and take a second look at your loose change. You might just be holding a coin worth way more than 1 cent. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of valuable coins. Share this with your friends and family. Who knows, someone you know might be sitting on a small fortune. Drop a comment below if you have a 1995 D penny, or tell us about the rarest coin you've ever found. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting! Now, we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins you might have sitting in your very own change jar. Today, we're turning our focus to a seemingly ordinary yet surprisingly collectible coin, the 1998 D 1 cent Liberty Lincoln penny. That's right, a coin that many people simply overlook. But what if I told you that this humble penny might just be worth a lot more than 1 cent? Yes, you heard that correctly. That 1998 D penny in your hand could be worth anywhere between 12 cents and $5, and in some rare cases, even more. So stick with me, because we're about to uncover everything you need to know, from its rich history to key features, rare errors to look out for, and of course, its current market value. Let's jump right into it. Chapter 1. History of the Lincoln Cent. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln Cent is one of the most iconic and longest-running coins in American history. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure on the obverse side. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny instantly became a symbol of American heritage and pride. Fast forward to 1998, and the penny still bore Lincoln's face, still celebrated liberty, and still found its way into millions of pockets across the country. But by this time, the composition had changed. Gone were the days of 95% copper coins. Starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition due to the rising cost of copper. So the 1998 D penny, like others of its era, is made of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. But don't let its materials fool you. This tiny coin has become a collector's item, especially if it's a Denver Mint strike with unique traits. Chapter 2. The 1998 D Mint mark and what it means now. What exactly does that little D beneath the date on the coin mean? The D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities in the United States. In 1998, the Denver Mint struck over 6.4 billion, yes, billion with a B, of these pennies. That might sound like a huge number, and it is. But despite the high mintage, not all 1998 D pennies are created equal. Some of these coins are sought after by collectors due to their condition, errors, and eye appeal. And that's where the value starts to rise. Chapter 3. What makes a 1998 penny valuable? So what exactly makes a 1998 penny worth more than face value? The answer lies in condition, rarity, mint errors, and collector demand. Let's break it down. The number one factor in determining the value of a coin is its condition. Collectors use a grading scale from per P1 to mint state MS70. A 1998 penny in uncirculated mint state condition that's with no wear, bright luster, and sharp details can fetch between $1 to $5 or more. If you have one in perfect MS67 or MS68 condition, especially if certified by NGC or PCGS, you might have a truly valuable piece. Color matters. Coins can be brown, red-brown, or red. The most valuable ones. Bright red examples that look almost brand new. These are highly prized by collectors and can easily cross into the multi-dollar range. Now here's where things get exciting. Error coins are like winning lottery tickets for coin collectors. Some 1998 Lincoln cents come with fascinating and valuable errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks are just some of the anomalies that can push a coin's value through the roof. A 1998 double die obverse where Lincoln's image, or the lettering appears doubled, can be worth dozens of dollars depending on clarity and demand. Off-center strikes or misaligned dies can also be worth more than $10 to $50, even hundreds if extreme and in good condition. Chapter 4. Current market value. Is it worth money? Let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for. What is a 1998 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny worth today? Well, if you have one in circulated condition, meaning it's been used and shows somewhere, its value is typically around 10 cents to 25 cents. Still more than face value. In uncirculated condition, you're looking at $1 to $5, and sometimes more, depending on the grade and luster. If you have a high-grade red coin certified by a professional grading service, the price can go up dramatically. Some MS68 RD examples have sold at auction for over $75 to $100. And remember, if you discover a rare error on your coin, such as a double die or a strong off-center strike, its value could multiply. Chapter 5. How to check your pennies and sell them. Here's what you should do right now. Go grab that old jar of coins. Pull out every 1998 penny and examine it carefully under a good light. Look for bright red luster, strong details, and any signs of doubling or misalignment. If something looks off, that might be an error coin. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe for close inspection. And when in doubt, take your coins to a local coin dealer or get them graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Selling graded coins is much easier and often much more profitable. Online platforms like eBay, Etsy, and numismatic forums are great places to sell. But be sure to research similar sales first so you can price your coin competitively. Chapter 6. Fun facts you probably didn't know. Before we wrap up, here are a few fun facts about the Lincoln penny that might surprise you. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running design in U.S. history. Over 100 years and counting. It was the first coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic figures like Liberty or an eagle. Even though it's a small coin, over 800 billion Lincoln cents have been minted since 1909. That's more than any other denomination. So, is your 1998 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny worth a fortune? Maybe not $1 million, but definitely more than 1 cent. Especially if you have a coin in great condition or featuring a rare error. It just goes to show, you never know what treasures are hiding in your pocket change. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more coin tips and treasure hunts, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. Drop a comment below if you have a 1998 penny or found one with an error. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking that change because hidden gems are out there waiting to be found. See you in the next video.